What's up everybody, this is T from Mojo Break Gaming bringing you a spicy EX02 Gallantmon deck. The long-awaited Gallantmon, my boy, has definitely gotten some buffs this set. I'm super excited to talk about this deck. Any feedback is much appreciated, so let's get right into the build. So, shocker, we play 4 of the adorable Digimon from the new EX02. When attacking, once per turn, if you have Guilmon, Growlmon, or Gallantmon in its name, you draw 1 card. We like to draw cards. We play 4 of it. We play a Gallantmon deck. We don't play a 5th egg in this deck, we just want the pure consistency, so we just run 4 of those. Next up, we run 4 copies of the Searcher Guilmon from EX02. As on play, reveal the top 4 cards, and we can add Growlmon or Gallantmon and 1 to Kato. And that inheritable comes up as well when attacking. If this Digimon has Growlmon or Gallantmon in its name, delete one of your opponent's 3k DP Digimon. Very good, so we run 4 of it. We also play 4 of the Guilmon from the starter deck, the Gallantmon starter deck. This is when our opponent has a level 6 on board, we can warp into a Gallantmon name. This speeds us up through the match heavily. If we have this guy in breeding and we push up to the field, they have a level 6, we can digivolve right into a Gallantmon, a huge big boy changing the tides of the game. So we play 4 of it, and that inheritable is really good as well. Draw 1 card when we delete one of our opponent's Digimon, which we will in this deck a lot. And we run the spicy BT4 Agumon. The reason why we run this Agumon is because that inheritable is actually a lot better than you would think. This Agumon is here so you're not thirsty for a rookie, as I like to say. When this card is trash due to a Digiburst, we can add it straight to our hand. You think about it, this is really good against the Gallantmon matchup. Special number of having 10 cards in trash and swinging, trashing your security. This is really good against the mirror match, as I like to think about it. But the reason why we're running 4 copies of this Agumon, because there's another spicy card in this deck that is going to allow us to recycle this back to our hand, and we have no worries of finding a rookie our next turn. Therefore, red having a lot of breaking issues, in my experience, that it doesn't have the comfortable ability, for example, that the color purple has of calling from darkness, adding things from our trash to our hand. Red doesn't have that many options in terms of choosing not to brick, if that makes any sense, right? Red is very limited, and I just feel that red just has some bricking issues. It has some breaking issues that we're trying to fix. But that is the rookie lineup. We run 12 rookies. Next up is the champions, our level 4s. We run 3 of the Greymon Security +1 inheritable from the Gaia Red starter deck, the OG Red starter deck. So we're bringing this boy back because that inheritable is actually insane. I would love to run 4 of these, but deck space is super tight, and we have a really good reason for it. We run a full playset of the Growlmon from the Gallantmon starter deck. This is your turn inheritable. When an opponent's Digimon is deleted, gain a memory. This comes up a lot more often than you think, and it extends our plays. It's kinda silly. And we also have a 4 play cost, so if you need to hard drop this boy, by all means. Next, we're running some spice here. We have Dino Umon. This Digimon is, when attacking, one of your Digimon gets minus 1000 DP for the turn. The reason why we play this is because it is a yellow Digimon, it is also a red Digimon, it has a lot of synergy, and if you haven't guessed yet, we are running some spicy, Jogressing, DNA Digivolving strats in this deck. So we run 4 of those. Next, we are running 2 copies of the Aquilamon. If we have a yellow Digimon in play, we can drop this boy for a cost of 3, doing the, good old Jogress DNA Digivolving strategies that Imperialmon does. Very similar, but we're doing it in red and yellow because we have a very spicy card that's going to combo with this one as well. And we're just running the 1 of hybrid for game. This your good old win button, 1 Burning Greymon. I would prefer you run the Agunimon. I believe that it is a 2 Evo. The reason why you wouldn't want to play this is obviously if you had to digivolve this in the raising, you'd actually have to digivolve it for 3 instead of 2, but this is just our hybrid for game. Digivolve for 2, swing for game. Go into some shenanigans like some Jogress strategies because it is a level 4 as well. So we just run the 1 of Burning Greymon. Moving on to our level 5 ultimates, we have 4 copies of Rise Greymon from BT4. This is your turn. This Digimon is also treated as yellow, so it's great synergy with the deck already as is. And main Digiburst 2 we may play a red or yellow Tamer with a cost of 4 or less from our hand without paying the memory cost. This card is super important to the deck. Originally was not running this card. This card has come to my attention. It is a lot better than I've expected. You definitely want to run at least 3 or 4 of it. You want to find this card in your hand. You want to digivolve this in breeding. You want to be able to digiburst some things. Going back to our rookies, why we play the BT4 Agumon with the digiburst, add this to your hand because we run Rise Greymon and we digiburst this rookie back to our hand, so therefore we're not thirsty for those rookies, and we're not gonna brick our next turn. We can digivolve, we can hatch, we can digivolve, we can do all a bunch of shenanigans, build up another stack, all that good stuff. So I feel that once you find Rise Greymon, if you have the Agumon underneath, it's an amazing start, and it's the right stack that you do want. Honestly, I feel that to an extent, if you're not playing this, it's somewhat incorrect. It is somewhat incorrect. Next, we play 2 of the Sylphimons. This is the DNA Digivolve, Red and Yellow Digimon, AKDP. When digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 5,000 DP for the turn. And when DNA Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5k DP or less. When DNA Digivolving, we can minus 5,000 one of our opponents, and we can also choose to delete a 5,000 or DP or less. That inheritable is really good as well. When attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5k DP or less. This is some spicy Jograssing strategies as to why we have the level 4s in the deck as well. We have the Aquilamon and we have this boy right here. We want to be able to Jogress into these strategies, go into the Sylphimon for free, right? We want to go into our level 5s for free, therefore extending our plays and us getting to our level 6s a lot faster. Next up, we are running 2 of the spicy Chimeramons. Now, what's so great about the Chimeramon is when you digivolve, you can bring a card from your trash and use it as like an inheritable, as well as when you DNA digivolve into a Chimeramon, you can do some crazy strategies. Let me show you really quick what you can actually do with this combo. This is why Chimeramon is kind of cracked in this scenario, is that if we were to raise up Dino Human, we're at 3 memory here with our Tamer. We play the Aquilamon, we reduce the cost because we have a yellow Digimon in play. We go into the Jogressing strategies. We could bring something back from the trash. We could bring back a Growlmon. We can bring a Greymon back from the trash. We can slide this right underneath. Still be our turn. You know, we could slide either the security +1. We could keep our turn with this memory gain. You can do a bunch of crazy strategies, and look at all these crazy cracked inheritables you can actually put on your Chimeramon or your Sylphimon. It's crazy. So I feel that Chimeramon is super nasty when you can just DNA Digivolve and still keep your turn, still keep that synergy going. When we DNA Digivolve into the Chimeramon for a cost of 0, keeping our turn, keeping the synergy going, we can delete one of our opponent's Digimon. We can minus 3k DP on one of our opponent's Digimon because Chimeramon being a white card, Aquilamon red, and we also have the Dino Human in there as well. So that's 3 colors. We could pop a 3k DP. We can gain a memory with Growlmon, or if it's still, if it's still our turn, and we can have the Greymon underneath with this when digivolving effect. You can do so many different combos with it. So that rounds up the level 5s. We are moving on to the main boy himself, the brand new EX02 Gallantmon. So no need to run Atomic Blaster anymore. You have Gallantmon. You don't need Atomic Blaster anymore because they just literally built it into Gallantmon. Because when attacking, you can choose any number of your opponent's Digimon whose total adds up to 6,000 or less and delete them. That is crazy. That is insane. So with that being said, with our Sylphimon in the deck of when we DNA Digivolve and we minus DP from this boy onto one of our opponent's Digimon, let's say if we're trying to take down a Mega, a level 6 on our opponent's board, and we do all the shenanigans where we're minusing DP on them, and we go into our Gallantmon and we just can finish off the job. It's kind of stupid. It's kind of crazy. This style of Gallantmon is a lot around minusing DP as well as going into the boy and swinging with Blitz while we have our Tamer on board. So this is why we run 3 of the new EX02 Gallantmon. This card's insane. Now we're doing a bit of a throwback here. We have Gallantmon from BT2. This card is also insane because of, oh, you guessed it already, our new Tamer. This tamer allows us to perfect so many plays with Gallantmon what it was struggling with. Its memory cost has always been a struggle of keeping your turn, but the fact that we gang blitz with our Growlmons or Gallantmons, we don't care if we cross over the memory gauge to give memory to our opponent, because we're swinging at their security and potentially keeping our turn by inheritables, tapping the tamers to gain memory from something being deleted, and it's just crazy. It's super fun. It's a lot of fun. And the reason why we play this Gallantmon is this is a when digivolving effect. We only play 2 of these because we want to see this boy in the late game. This is when attacking. Also, trash one of your opponent's security cards for every 10 cards in their trash. So this is really good for late game. And it's really good against purple players as well because they love to fill up their trash. So it's kind of hilarious if they have like 20 cards in there because we're swinging, we're trashing too, and we're just doing a bunch of crazy checks. And being able to trash security is absolutely disgusting because we don't have to worry about security effects. We're kind of building a bit of delicate plan in the deck as well. It's kind of insane. And then we run 1, 2 of the spicy boy Gallantmon Crimson mode. I am absolutely in love with this card. This card is insane. This is literally Omni Blitz on wheels, but better. This is when digivolving, you can delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP, and we have Blitz with our Tamer right over here. When attacking, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack and add 1 to the number of cards trashed by this effect for every 10 cards in your opponent's trash. So when swinging, we already trash our opponent's security and we're getting 1 check. If they have 10 in there, we're trashing 2. This boy is literally an Omni Blitz delicate plan on wheels. That is cracked. You have this boy, you go into this boy with Blitz, you win games. You absolutely just will win games. If your opponent is at 2 security and they have 10 cards in trash, boom, you just won the game. Just like that. If they have no blockers, that's it, GG. So we play of the Crimson mode Gallantmon. So we play 2 of those. We play 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Takato from the new EX02. This tamer is the reason why Gallantmon can pop off during matches. When you delete one of your opponent's Digimon, you can tap this tamer to gain 1 memory, and your turn when digivolving into a Growlmon or a Gallantmon in its name, we get Blitz. So, our Gallantmon Crimson mode, our Gallantmon, our BT2 Gallantmon, our EX02 Gallantmon, our Crimson mode Gallantmon, our Growlmon, we get Blitz. All of these boys right here, gang Blitz with this tamer. This tamer is absolutely insane how we can cross over the memory gauge and literally just blow up our opponent's board. Actually crazy. Love this tamer. Gotta play 4 of it. Think about this tamer. If this tamer is on board, you can look at playing your Gallantmons for a reduced cost if you're guaranteed to delete something on your opponent's board by suspending this to gain 1 memory. Therefore, your Gallantmons sometimes even evoing for free. The next 3 tamers we play are 3 copies of Hero. The reason why we play Hero in this deck is it's a memory fixer. We need memory in this deck. And your turn when you attack with a Digimon that has Gammamon in its name or a level 5 or higher, you may suspend this tamer to gain 2000 DP. So this is really good for keeping our big boys alive, especially our Gallantmon when they're swinging with Blitz, just to have a bigger body and security so we don't get swung over into security from some silly shenanigans. And to round up the deck, we play 1, 2 of the memory boost right here. Red memory boost to be exact, where we reveal the top 4 cards of our deck and we add 1 red Digimon to our hand, and then main delay we can pop this to gain 2 memory. So that wraps up the entirety of the deck. Yes, we only play 1, 2 option cards in the deck. It is actually crazy. We have so many DP reduction and deleting abilities effects in our Gallantmons, into our Sylphimons, our Chimeramons. It's kinda to the point where we don't even need removal option cards. Our Digimon are already doing that. And that just about wraps up the deck profile. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more deck builds and more TCG related videos. Thank you so much for all of the recent support on our EX02 booster box break. Thank you so much again for supporting Mojo Break Gaming. This has been T from Mojo Break Gaming, signing out. Peace out, y'all.